everyone, it's John from What Up, and welcome back to another video. Now today we have some more Wheel of Time news for you. We're going to go through some new set pictures that have come out. We're going to go through some new casting calls, as well as, the great script unblurring of 2021. We're going to talk just a bit about that as well. But before we get into the video, spoiler warning, in this video I will be talking about elements from the plot and characters from the Eye of the World. So if you haven't already read the first book of Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time series, be forewarned, I may ruin some things from that book for you. Alright, with that out of the way, let's get on to the video. Alright, so if you folks are new to the channel, I want you to click that subscribe button and click the notification bell, because I essentially will cover anything and everything related to Wheel of Time on Prime. That is to say, if there's any news or rumors or set pictures or casting calls or, pretty much anything to do with the show at all, I will cover it here in the channel and I'll put out a video on it. So they don't always come out on the same day. So as news comes out or builds up, I'll do a video on it. So it might come out a different day every week. So make sure you click that notification bell. In addition to that, I also do Wheel of Time book content. So I have an explained series that basically will explain different aspects of the books. If you're new to the books, you're new to the series, or just want to deep dive into certain topics, I cover that stuff as well. All right, enough of that. You folks didn't come here for that. You came here for news, of course. So we're going to talk first about some brand new set pictures that come out. wotwednesday.com broke this story just a few short days ago, and if you haven't already read the article, the link is down in the description box. Click that link. Go there, read the article, bask in all the glory that is wotwednesday.com, and bookmark the page. Make sure you check it daily. They have all kinds of really great Wheel of Time content there, and they break a lot of really big stories. So read the news and then come back here and listen to me talk about it, because I love to talk, and the more people that listen to me talk, the more I can talk. So there's that. All right. So in this article, they talked about, and I'm going to butcher these pronunciations, as regular channel viewers know, I can't pronounce pretty much anything. The Church of St. Wenceslas in Vezluni. Now, if you don't remember what that is, Amazon Prime shot just for one day back in November of 2019. And when they shot for that one day, it was after a full month of prep. Now, that's a lot of prep for one day of shooting. And what they did is they built a false wall, they blocked out some stained glass windows, they built a few altars, they built brand new doors, a bunch of new stuff. They basically kind of revamped the inside of the church to film there. And the first thing we're seeing here is sort of that false wall around the windows in the back of the church here, and it kind of updates it a bit and makes it look really, really cool, I think. The next picture we have here is of an altar that they built. Now, you'll notice this wheel motif. It's circles all kind of interlocked together there. It's really, really neat, really cool, and that carries on to what they did with the doors. So the doors kind of had the same wheel motif. Now, I will let you know that these doors were actually going to be kept by the locals because they looked so nice until they realized they were props. And they probably wouldn't hold up to regular wear and tear, so they didn't keep them. Now, WheelOfTimeSeries.com speculated that they could have filmed some of the scenes for Shadar Logoth inside this church, and I do 100% completely agree with that for a bunch of different reasons. One, this architecture kind of lends itself to that. I mean, it could be a couple of different things. People have mentioned maybe Amador, the white cloaks. This kind of does have that kind of feel to it. But if you take a look at the architecture and how things look, and then you look at that teaser trailer that Wheel of Time on Prime put out just, a few short weeks ago, it kind of sort of matches. And that trailer is where Matt gets the dagger. So this is where we're going to dive a bit into the books. It was changed from the way he got the dagger in the books. So in the books, him and the other two boys, Perrin and Rand, came upon Mordeth. He took them down to his treasure hoard, and, when Matt got scared, he hid behind a pile of treasure, picked the dagger up, and he kind of just took it. Now, in that teaser trailer they showed us, Matt essentially said, all right, let's make a deal, pick the dagger up out of a box. So very, very different changes. But as you went into that teaser trailer, a lot of the architecture and the way things look kind of sort of match these pictures, which is, in my opinion, pretty neat. I think this might be where they actually filmed the scenes, or some of the scenes at least, for Shadar Logoth. All right, let me know what you think in the comments down below. Was this Shadar Logoth? Could it be Amador, like I've heard someone else mention? Could it be something completely different? I don't know. I wasn't there, so it could be possibly anything. But my money, if I had any to bet, of course, would be on Shadar Logoth. All right, now that we've already talked a bit about Shadar Logoth, we're going to talk just a little bit more about it with the great unblurring of 2021. So some of you are probably asking right now, what is the great unblurring of 2021? Well, started last October when Wheel of Time and Prime started putting out teaser trailers for the fandom. Now, these are just strictly for the fandom. They weren't really released anywhere else except on Twitter, through Twitter of Time. So if you don't have a Twitter account, you may not have seen them, although recently Wheel of Time and Prime has uploaded them to YouTube as well on the Amazon Prime channel, so you can view HD copies of them there, and they are pretty cool. Now, two of these teasers, Tom's guitar as well as Matt's dagger, included portions of a script. Now, these portions of the script did have a lot of blur to them, and they revealed a couple lines to us, and it was really neat to see. So Matt Hatch over at the Dusty Wheel, and if you don't follow him, I don't know why you're not. Pause this video, go over to his channel, subscribe to him, and then come back here. The link to his channel is down below in the description box. Took it upon himself to see if he could find out what the script said. So what he did is him and a few other people in the fandom got together, and they put their heads together, and they basically tried to unblur this script to give us a little bit more information and context on what's going on in these videos. And he did a really good job. So I'm going to show you a short clip here. This is a teaser trailer for his actual video where he did the script unblurring, and then the link to the script unblurring is also down below in the description box. So go click that when you're done this video, of course, and watch that one. All right, so here's a teaser for his script unblurring video. Really neat. I mean, that's a whole lot of effort and work that went into taking those really blurred lines and making them into readable script. So hats off to you, Matt Hatch. That's really, really cool. So if you don't already follow Matt at the Dusty Wheeler, or you know what he does, he essentially runs mostly a Wheel of Time live call-in talk show. And he runs that quite a few times a week. So go over and follow him, and his shows are usually about an hour or so long. He takes live callers. He has some very interesting guests. I've been on there a few times, as well as some other prominent people in the community. He's gotten to interview Brandon Sanderson. He is a really big deal in the Wheel of Time community, so if you don't already follow his channel, please go do that. Now, I will let you know, I talked to Matt earlier today, and he told me a little bit about all the work that went into this unblurring. He had a lot of help from some people in the fandom, and it did take him quite some time to get this done, and he is still working on it. So there's a couple of other things in the pipe for Matt here coming out soon. The first one is he's looking to put out a video probably Monday or Tuesday on the unblurring of Tom Maryland's guitar's script. So there was a teaser trailer with Tom's guitar that had a blurred script as well. He's looking to unblur that, or portions of it at least, for a video sometime early next week, which is really very cool. And then the following week, so you're talking, a week and a half from now, he's looking at releasing the rest of the Matt's Dagger script. Because you notice he only unblurred a few of the lines there. There are some more lines there. He's still working on it. He hasn't quite got it yet, but he's hoping it'll be ready in about a week and a half time to do another video on unblurring of the entire page, which would be absolutely bonkers as far as I'm concerned. That would be really, really cool to see. So I'm excited to see that. Go follow Matt over on his YouTube channel. Again, link to that video, the unblurring video, the full one, and his YouTube channel is down below in the description box. All right, so we have one more little piece of news, and we're going to end the video. The last piece of news we have comes from Gigi Airy. She's a writer for wotseries.com, and she's also a prominent Twitter Time member. If you don't follow her on Twitter, her link is down in the description box as well. She has found a casting call. Now, there have been a number of different casting calls for Wheel of Time over the last few years for babies, but this is a new one. And this is for the filming of the American series. We are looking for a baby or even twins at 2 to 6 months old. Now, this is code. They call it the American series. They call it Project W. But this particular casting agency is looking for twins or babies for Wheel of Time, which is really neat. Now, what is very interesting about this particular casting call is filming will run at the turn of April and May. Now, we do know that production shut down last fall with a slight few days of filming in Spain in late November, early December. They haven't done much since, at least so far as filming has gone. Now, we know that they did some redubbing and audio and stuff, that they were doing that late last year, early this year, but they haven't actually filmed much lately. Now, we knew they were going to start filming in April, and this is just further confirmation of that, because they are they're casting for babies again. So we know there's going to be some more babies. Now they're going to do some extra shots and some more scenes for episode 7 and 8 during these from what I hear, about 6 weeks of filming ish. Maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less, depending on how much they can get done in their schedule, as well, depending on the state of the Czech Republic and COVID and everything else, of course. That could delay or put a damper on pretty much anything at this point, and we're just kind of all crossing our fingers, hoping that it doesn't. But we know that they're looking for babies for episode 7 and 8 again, so that's pretty neat. How are they going to fit in when they do the shots for them? Could it be, just some babies in Shinar? Could it be a flashback when they're looking for the Dragon Reborn? It could be any number of different things. I personally don't know what it is, but I love speculating on that. So I wanted you guys let me know in the comments down below who you think the babies are going to be in episodes 7 and 8 and why they're doing a casting call for April, May, rather than last fall when they were actively filming for episodes 7 and 8. Why are they doing this now? Extra scenes, pickup shots, some things they missed the first time around. I'm not sure, but I want to hear what you folks think. All right, so that's pretty much all the news I have for you this week. Although we do know that with filming beginning again in April-May timeframe, and they have about 6 weeks left of stuff to shoot, and we're looking at getting a trailer probably shortly thereafter, which is very, very exciting. And if you're wondering why I'm saying that, I do have a video where I had some exclusive trailer news drop a few days ago. Go check that video out too. But the wheels are turning again, no pun intended. There's been a little bit of a drought in Wheel of Time news, and we're starting to get some stuff coming out, and it's starting to build the hype back up again, so we're pretty excited. We also have not gotten a Wheel of Time Wednesday this month, which we expected to get, so we're kind of hoping for another official reveal from Amazon Prime in the coming weeks, which would be very, very cool, and that is in the vein of probably Something Blue, because they're going around the rhyme, and I did a video on that too. You want to check that video out. Again, links to those two videos, the trailer and the new Something Blue that should be coming out soon, is down below in the description box, so check them out if you haven't already seen them. All right, thanks so much for sticking with me here to the very end, and here's to many more.